preferences, crazy show, experiences, attended/performed, our health situations, and movies we watched a million times as kids.
Nice, dude. Those are great.
Just
I don't have anything like that.
just so like, well, and then my idea was to have these chilling, and then if there is a lull, just be like, oh hey,
What do you have on there? Music history.
yeah, music
Do
history.
you have bands we like on there?
That's I kind of that was all
Just
some.
music history in general.
Yeah, that includes bands we like and stuff.
Yeah. I think stuff like that. Like, think about what we talk. Like, what the fuck do we talk about in the van?
We talk about. I mean, so I'd say often Justin talks a lot about music history, which is
That's
really
so true. You actually know a lot about music
Yeah, you
history.
know a lot about
Way
music.
more than I fucking do.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I do know a decent amount about it. So me and him tend to talk a lot about that. You chime in. But
I know some classic rock
I talk about video games
stuff.
a lot. I talk about video.
We talk
games
about
a lot.
video games. That's true.
Video
Yeah.
games, music, everything like that we like, bands we like. We're on the Van Brain podcast.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Van Brain.
It's your guys from Medusa's Disco here. I'm Justin Wafile. I play bass in the band.
I'm Alex Almond. I play the drums in the band.
My name's Hunter. I play guitar and sing.
Yeah, so we just have a lot of fun in the van, right? That's basically what it is.
Having a bunch of fun. Basically, we get together and we talk. And as we talk on long trips, our brains deteriorate into mush and become van brain.
That's a good way to put
You
it.
get Van Brain, yeah. Deteriorating into mush from the slog of the road.
Yeah. There's definitely valid conversations, in
Yes.
some talk and like solid points, but then it really does just eventually turn into fucking garbage.
Well, because we're entertaining, and we entertain. It's for ourselves,
So true.
for our own brain's amusement to just get past this thing. And yeah, you're right. Sometimes it's insightful moments or
There's a lot of
reflection.
that. I want to say that
Yeah.
too. It really
Yeah.
is a balance of both.
It is.
It's like fucking garbage, but sometimes there's gold.
Isn't
Like
it that what they say about insanity and genius? It's that sweet spot, you
Right.
know?
I feel that.
So we'll have these insightful like nuggets of wisdom, and then be like,
Yeah.
but also, bro, like dildo prolapse times 10.
Yeah, no doubt. That does
Prolapsed
come-
anus.
Prolapsed
We want to
anus.
talk about go right into prolapse Andy. I
Oh,
think
prolapse Andy.
It's happening right now.
Prolapsed Andy. Yeah, that was I used to play this game called H1Z1. It was like, it literally started the battle royale genre for the most part.
Was
Popularized
this,
it.
PC or Xbox?
It was PC.
Yeah.
I played. They got squads, and I played with these guys, and the dude's character name was always Prolapsed Andy, and I just thought that had such a ring to it. I really, it's got good mouthfeel.
Is that true? You didn't come up with that. That was been pilfered.
Yep, from a buddy of mine. Actually, you met him, Chandler.
Yeah, Chandler.
So you guys would
From
play this
Austin.
game online, and his name was Prolapsed Andy.
Yeah, that was his character name. His gamer tag was always Perix, but like you could name individual characters in the game.
Nice.
So his character name for a while was Prolapsed Andy.
That's so funny.
That stayed with us for fucking years.
So let me get this
Yeah.
straight, because you guys were in a band, this band, a long time before I was in the band. Let's be clear about that. So
For sure.
One of the
Correct.
cool things about Van Brain for me, learning about it, is I'll be hearing these stories from like the fan perspective of like fan from the band, or like gaining these insights, and still to this day, guys, like we'll be in the van and I'll hear new shit,
Yeah.
or like new illuminations of like old stories.
So
Oh,
true.
yeah.
It's really funny how that works. But yeah, so Prolapse Andy, when I got involved, you just like, there was just these many names, nicknames for each other, which we can
Yep.
go into that at some point, like the
Oh, yeah.
various nicknames and why. As many of them as we could actually talk about. But
That's a good idea.
yeah, I mean, Prolapse Andy was one of them for sure.
Yeah. That Hunter had a long list of nicknames for a while.
Probably-
yeah, but we're
probably
not
the most.
we're not going to Hunter yet. I want to hear about Prolapse Andy one more time.
Oh yeah, Prolapse Andy, man. The people the guy that came up with it, he was a glass blower from Austin, Texas. I was like playing the game solo, and I looked on Reddit, and they had posted like a gaming group like looking for people to play H1Z1 with, and I responded and like started playing games with them, and I like played games with them every day for like 2 years.
What was your gamer tag?
My gamer tag?
Not nearly as offensive.
No, it was Manta. So
Okay.
so it was Manta. But I normally roll with like Bordello 64.
Bordello, I've seen that. Bordello 64.
Yeah, that's like my main game.
Or like
tag.
Obsidian Snowflake.
Oh,
Is that an email?
yeah, it's my email, but I'm ditching that.
I always think of Obsidian. Or
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I hear Obsidian, I
Think
think
of
about
Alex.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love
So
Obsidian.
yeah, Hunter had a bunch. What the Angel Kid.
Well, that was one.
Well, your hair used to be white though, like legitimately, not blonde.
I was
White.
like, yeah, almost more like albino territory.
you
in
were,
general.
you were like half an albino, bro.
It's true.
Yeah.
As I got older, my hair darkened.
Yeah.
Still blonde, but yeah, darker.
Usually that does happen reverse though. Like people will be blonde as children,
Totally.
and then gain brown hair. That losing blondness, gaining brownness. I don't know.
That's so true. That happens to almost everyone. And it's funny how I always thought it was interesting how many people start out blonde.
Yeah.
Like, why is that a thing?
No, it's legit true.
I mean, I'm sure there's science, but I don't know why.
Not any science we know about.
Yeah. It's not worth a Google search right now.
It's what's not worth a Google search either is prolapse.
It's so true.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need
Don't
to-
look that up.
Don't
look it up.
Google
If you
that.
don't know
If
what
you
that
don't
is,
know what that
yeah.
is, you don't need to know what that is.
You probably. The funny thing is though, an anus isn't the only thing that can prolapse. There's a bunch of things in your body that can prolapse.
That okay?
Pretty much any sphincter, I'm pretty sure.
Any sphincter? What do you mean? A sphincter is the butthole.
No. A sphincter is like a group of muscles.
No.
It's a type of muscle. Basically, it's like muscles that squeeze.
Where else do you have sphincters in your body then?
Oh,
Alex?
dude, you have sphincters in your heart.
Oh, so
And
really?
Yeah. You have sphincters in your heart. You have them like
Oh, man.
in
Oh, my
your
God.
veins.
see, this is Van Brain prolapse heart sphincter.
Yeah, exactly.
So then we'd be like, oh, bro, that's like a prolapse heart sphincter, bro.
Yeah.
And then that would be a thing for like a day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Veins have tiny like little sphincters
I
in
don't
them.
know, man. It sounds like
TikTok.
It sounds like you're making this shit up.
No, I swear to God,
It really-
TikTok,
Oh, why
Hank
don't I
Green.
just take you at face value? Like, trust me, bro. I've looked up prolapse a lot. Like, I know a lot about it. I wasn't gonna go just saying prolapse without knowing what it is.
No, I mean I know. Yeah, I do know what it is though.
Clearly.
I was originally
I'm learning.
Me too.
introduced to the idea of a prolapse through like everybody when they're kids, everyone throws out these Urban Dictionary definitions of like sex acts.
Yeah.
So you got like the Rusty Hook or the Dirty
Donkey punch,
Sanchez.
Dirty Sanchez. Yeah.
And the one was a term called a pink sock, where it's like during anal, the person receiving anal prolapses when you pull out, and it's a pink sock.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That's horrible.
That's
It's
rough.
horrible that you can just say that and we knew. Our heads were nodding.
Oh, yeah.
In disapproval. Like,
Yeah.
That's well named.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always
it
thought
is.
donkey punch was the best because just the idea of it, like you punch someone in the back of the head and then they get knocked out and then their asshole headses, and then that's better for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're all so super terrible. I don't
Just
even.
the shit
Oh my
ones are
God.
just ridiculous.
I can't. What? Yeah,
I'm not
Alaskan pipeline.
Is that a shit one?
Yeah, you poop in a condom and freeze it, and then use it as a dildo.
Use it as a dildo.
That's an Alaskan pipeline.
And
Yeah,
Dirty
you've been talking
Sanchez
about
is
that
just
for
you poop
years.
on their stomach, right?
Dirty Sanchez. Yeah. Yep. Then there's the Rusty Hook, where you wipe your finger in your butt crack, and then it's not a sex act. Well, it can be, I guess. And then
Depends on if you get hard about it.
on. So mean,
Dude,
it's so mean.
dude, nobody better ever do that.
Oh yeah. Nope. I wouldn't.
That's a shootable offense.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, not with a
Yeah.
gun though. I don't own guns.
That makes me think of that one other phrase that you say all the time, which is like, "I'm gonna shit in my hands and clap in your face," or
Yeah.
something like that.
Really?
What?
Any,
Was that right?
Yeah. Any shit clap. Any
Shit clap. Yeah.
Never heard it.
You never heard the shit clap?
No,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna shit clap.
Yeah. Well, just really any kind of insult that revolves around poop or farts. I always just go there. I do.
The
I'm
shit
gonna
clap is a go-to for you, though. I don't
was-
know if
yeah.
you know that, but
It's been a while since I've said
Dude,
shit
I-
clap.
clearly it has been.
But
But
you know what's been a while too is so yeah, for everybody listening at home, like Alex doesn't like cops, right? So you've got a
Oh.
lot of like
Yeah.
your hilarious like copisms. I don't know if you want to go down this road, but it is something that was early that I found out about in
Well,
the van. 'Cause
okay,
you
so-
passed a lot of cops in the van.
Yeah. Well, so okay. Oh damn. All right. So
yeah, it's true.
genuinely.
We've already talked about prolapses and
Yeah.
pink socks, so
Yeah.
That's pretty much what we opened with.
yeah,
So we're good.
we're good.
Yeah, well, let's get the controversial shit out of the way. So,
Nobody likes
often
cops.
cops are pretty like hyper masculine and have issue with like femininity, tend to be homophobic, and so one of the things I like to say is that like when there's like two cops parked next to each other,
Right.
and they're like just sitting there. Well, I like to say that they're just in there sucking each other off or jerking each other off. I
You
definitely
do like to say
That's
that.
the one.
Yeah.
I definitely
That is the one.
I definitely like to say that they like to jizz on an oatmeal cookie and eat it together. That's another thing.
I will say the way you say it though is real good. Like there's just this character when we've just been in the van for a while, and then he just like passes the guy and he's like, "Oh yeah, those guys are fucking sucking each other off, no doubt about it."
Yeah.
I don't do it justice because it's not in the moment, but
Yeah, you know what those
believe
guys
me,
do?
It gets real good.
There's something funnier about actually
It's a per-
passing them.
It's a performance,
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
you get
yeah.
the van brain,
100%.
you get a little like the silliness takes on a characteristic of its own.
It's like
But
you've
I-
been awake for 24 hours.
But I also, I really have a distaste for cops. So
Yeah.
there is also that. That is a very true.
A lot of
True
America shares that with you, Alex.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I've been, ever since YouTube, curiosity's always gotten the better of me. And one of the things I've watched a lot of is like body cam footage and like
Yeah.
like First Amendment auditing and stuff like that. And so like I've watched like probably more than 1,000 hours of police cam footage in my spare time, just like learning about how cop interactions go. And
Yeah.
they suck. Cops suck, man. They suck.
Well, the idea of the police like class is also inherently racist,
Yeah.
'Cause if you trace it back to like the slave owners, and then they would hire like the poor white people to like be the overseers.
But there's
Like,
always
that's baked in,
Yeah, but there's always been enforcement of laws through.
Yeah. But if you look at other
parties.
countries, why it's different.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in the UK, cops there's still police brutality, but there's not lethal force
Yeah,
as much, or
Oh, it's very true.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's tons of countries that are not as good as ours. Like we got it pretty fucking great. So
Yeah.
it's splitting hairs here. But the
We
cops
probably have it the
cops
best.
are gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. But
There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just good to note it.
it is good to note it because they see it's funny because they are offended by it.
Yep,
Because they don't like gay people.
Yeah, that's
I
the
don't
thing.
have any problem with people being
Yeah.
gay, but the fact that they do, oh, they're totally gay.
Well, it's the idea of a troll.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the idea of kind of like trolling. Like you
It's
disconnect
trolling, yeah.
yourself from the idea. You don't hold that idea. You're just saying it because you know it'll piss them off.
I will say this: a lot of
You got
like humor that is shared between between people,
Yeah.
is like that. Where
Oh,
you know
yeah.
people loosely will say things that could be offensive at large. I guess we'll toe that line with this, but
We'll see
Right.
it,
Well,
we'll see
yeah.
it.
we don't want to be inherently offensive. But the cop thing was worth mentioning. I
Yeah,
think.
well, writing the line in terms of offensiveness is not. I don't really think. I mean, there's a lot of funniness in that. It's almost like,
there is.
like if you're in a situation where you'll do something that you know will offend somebody, but like you don't want to. Like it's like when you're not supposed to laugh.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that is inherently funny. If someone says something, they're like, "Don't laugh."
Yeah.
It's instinctual. It's gonna be hard not to laugh just because you're not supposed to, and that's
Totally,
like
totally.
Yeah.
everybody can probably
Relate to that.
relate to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. My general feeling about cops is that it's not as bad. It's just that like when I don't feel I get anxious.
Yeah.
I don't get anxious about many things, but that is one thing that I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a fucking stoner.
Yeah.
But like every time I see a cop, I get fucking anxious. And
Yeah.
then so I stopped driving with weed and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I never have shit on me. I still see a cop, I still get anxious.
Same.
Yeah, I could be driving the speed limit and everything.
It is crazy that way. It's baked in because of being a kid and being a stoner, or
I swear.
or honestly, people
Yep.
that I know that aren't so big into stoning, aren't so big into stoning, but they're skaters. No, but the skater people,
Yeah.
they got
Yeah.
harassed all the time, or like
Yeah.
any black person.
Absolutely.
They're just getting shit for being there. That's what I don't like about cops is the inherent like power play.
So it's,
Yeah.
That they all just love it. And you got to think about, I'm sure there's exceptions of people who want to help people and that's why they get involved. But by and large, politicians and police, like anybody who's going to willingly try to get power, you have to question that.
Well,
Yeah.
the problem is essentially too that the laws they enforce aren't really like good.
True. They have no power in that.
And normally good cops are asked to resign. And that's like like a cop who tries to expose, maliciousness
Oh, yeah.
in police, behavior.
They stick together.
Yeah, they stick together.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the chief will be like, hey, you know about this thing? Time for you to get out of here.
Yeah,
You want to resign or you want to be fired?
it's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you really can't trust people is what it comes down to,
No.
People can lie and cheat and steal, so they will. And to believe that the people who are in charge of that won't also do that is to distrust. It's to just underestimate people, I think.
Well, and another thing too that really sucks about it is that, like, especially lately, the police have become like militarized. So like, the United States Army was like upgrading all their weapons and shit, and they had a bunch of surplus, and so cops were able to buy
Oh, yeah.
all of this like material, military grade, like equipment
Yeah.
at like a crazy low price because it's from the federal government and the army and to the police, so it's kind of they're like giving it to them
Yeah.
at cost,
Hand-me-downs.
yeah, so like, but now they have all this equipment. They have like SWAT equipment. Like it's crazy the amount of equipment that cops have, and
Well, I think that's what the whole defund the police was about.
Yeah.
But it gets misconstrued because there's like the left versus right like agendas,
Yeah.
So they're like, listen to what they're saying. They don't want
Yeah.
cops at all. They're crazy. It's like,
But-
no, we just don't want cops to have tanks, bro.
well, it's just a poor label.
Well,
really,
if you
people should just say demilitarize the police.
That is what it is because
that's what
the
that's.
people in the military have to be trained to use these things, and the people that are civilians don't.
No.
They've internalized all of that, so it's not like, there should be more logic to that. But
Well, yeah, no, the cops should not have like they should not have like a militaristic process or doctrine. It needs to be a rehabilitative, and it needs to be like a safety focused doctrine.
Yeah.
It can't be like a militarized doctrine.
yeah, cops should definitely not have military shit.
Nope.
I can agree with that. Man, it's gotten real serious here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think if I go back, we were talking about nicknames. It
Yeah.
all started from Prolapse.
It did.
Andy. And then we ended up there.
Well, Angel
know.
Kid was one of yours.
Yeah,
You
and
had
then we
some
were gonna
other
go
ones.
to the nicknames. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want to stop talking
Well,
about
they used to call
police.
me Waffles.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's perfect. Bring it back. They used to
Yeah,
call
yeah.
me. They used to call me Waffles because my last name Wolfile.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Wolfie was good,
Yeah.
but Waffles. And that was slightly. It was like trying to be an insult, but it didn't really land because
Yeah.
waffles are delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like waffles. All right.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
I never had many nicknames. I mean, I went by Max J for long periods of my life.
Yeah.
But like when I had my son, I named him Max. So I like literally gifted him my name,
Nice.
and I stopped going by that.
Yeah.
Which is funny, except
is
for
funny.
in my rap career because that's the stage name. But
Nice.
yeah, I've embraced my name of Justin, which I don't like. It was always a lame name, and my middle name's Todd, which is totally not good. But I found
That's
out
my dad's
recently
name.
that Todd means fox, which is cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
So why wasn't I
That's like my favorite
Justin
animal.
Fox Wolfile? That's cool. Fox Wolf type thing. That would be cool.
That is cool.
Oh, that actually, that's
Yeah.
a neat little.
Yeah. Or if I changed my name, I thought I would change it to Wolf Isle, like WOLFISLE.
Yeah.
Wolf Isle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of cool. But
I like the fox wolf.
yeah, Fox Wolf is cool. But Justin, I mean, when I was a kid, there was a lot of people named Justin. It was a popular
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
And then in like the year 2000, like, whenever Justin Timberlake was around, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake. You don't know how many times. My middle initial's T.
Oh,
I was-
my god.
Dude, I was JT.
That's so. You're
When I lived in New
Fuck.
York, right? I was in the studio. I was the only American that worked there. Native American. Like not Native American.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like everybody else was European. This is what I
Yeah,
should
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Native American. I am a Native American.
That's funny.
But
a naturalized citizen.
there you go.
Love it.
That's gonna be clipped on TikTok. I'm a Native American. Justin from Medusa's Disco thinks he's a Native American. I don't agree with that. Let's cancel that.
What's it called again? Appropriation.
Yeah, appropriation. But no, these guys were all like from Europe, and then the people that hung out there were all like they were like a label with those mainly R&B and hip hop. So there was like
Gotcha.
a lot of like urban black people, and like there wasn't a lot of like white kids from the suburbs, right?
Yeah.
So JT was my name, and I just could not get away with it. JT, yo, what's up, JT? So I fought hard against that.
Yeah.
So me being Justin now in the band is like, all right, I'm embracing that's my name. You know.
Yeah.
No nicknames for me.
Gotcha.
I have a friend named Justin, so I struggle with that. When I
Yeah.
say your name, I call you both Justin. That's why I'm like, maybe I should start saying Max J again. But you just
could
said,
do Max J. You could do. I mean, I don't mind that. There's people.
You
like,
said that before, but
Greg,
I
Greg
never
calls
do
me
it.
Max.
I don't
Greg
know.
calls me Max.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Kyle calls me Max.
I might go with that.
It depends on when you met me. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. I might transition.
That's fine. Or I mean, come up with a
We'll
nickname
see.
if you want to. But
No,
but
it's
Max works for you though.
it does.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's how I was introduced to you technically.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
Through the Max J Variety Show.
Right.
But like I know, like I have that kind of same like dichotomy too, because I had a nickname given to me like in 10th grade in school
Whoa.
that followed me for like years.
I have a feeling it's funny.
Hippie.
No,
Oh
it's just
yeah,
hip.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, people called me hippie for a really long time.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't really fit though.
It fit me then.
Yeah.
If you knew me then,
Yeah,
you
it
would
definitely.
understand. Yeah, if you knew me then, you would understand. I've definitely chilled out immensely.
If I'm
As a
correct,
human being.
if I'm correct, like the transition was around when the band started.
It was when I met Mandy.
Gotcha. So a
Is-
little before that.
Yeah, that was when people stopped referring to me as hippie because I was like, I'm not
So
having my girlfriend call me hippie.
You've been
Yeah,
with her
that's
for like
fucking weird.
11, 12 years.
12 years, yeah. 12 years in November.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Like, this just was 12.
Yes.
Yeah,
So she's been
that's
with you
fucking-
the entire year, 10 years of the band.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep, she's been a she is a permanent fixture in my life, you know.
That is
has
nuts.
been since it is nuts.
Oh, what a
I've
supportive
had three.
woman.
Yeah,
for
I've had three.
Tom.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
But think about like, sorry, I'm just gonna like talk about your wife real quick.
Yeah.
But think about like any lesser human would like have tried to change Alex and been like, yeah, you're an amazing drummer, but you know,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Like honestly, like
Yeah.
No, it's true.
my situation was a lot like that, where I had expectations to like bring home the bacon and like
Yeah.
be something that I necessarily wasn't.
Right.
So you're really lucky in that regard.
Yeah.
She's super chill and supports you.
Oh yeah, well, and very early in our relationship, like first like couple weeks of us being officially together, like I straight up told her I was like, "Hey, there are a few things about me that you are never going to change." And it is against your best interest to try and change them. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to let you.
If you don't like this, then it's probably not for you.
Yeah, you should walk away from this. You
Yeah.
need to understand that if we're going to be together, like
God,
this,
people should do that though.
this is the contract.
You
You
know?
know what I mean? These are
people
be
should
straight
do
up.
that. Be straight up.
Be straight up.
Yeah.
Well, and compatibility of values, I think, is really important in a relationship. And so, if you say, "These are my core values," and if you
Yeah.
can't be compatible with that,
Yeah.
then we shouldn't be together.
But how many people are straight up about that right away? They want to.
Never.
If anything, people
Nobody.
People like hide their weird shit because they don't want to scare people away.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
you should really be like, I'm fucking weird as shit, and if you're not gonna get on board with it, like you either gotta like it all or not.
Yeah.
You know.
Sign-
So I respect that because that's super. I mean, look at the results. Is that
Yeah.
you're still together?
Yeah,
Makes
no
a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I told her music, video games, and weed are probably going to be a constant in my life for
Yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
So like, if you aren't down with those things, like I will not live in a not video game friendly house. Like it's just I can't.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a fucking adult.
Well, she games
I'm
with
not
you
dealing
too.
with that shit. Yes.
Yeah. So it's ideal.
It's what really. I mean, I knew I loved Mandy when she kicked my ass in Super Smash Brothers,
Yeah.
That is love.
and I was just like, oh,
That's respect.
Yeah.
Especially knowing you're talking about Smash, like 64.
yeah.
Okay, so we got to talk a little bit about Smash because,
Yeah, man.
dude, you guys are really good, both of you.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah.
Because when I joined the band, it was like already this tradition established.
Yeah.
From Basis Yonder, long ago.
The very beginning,
Very
band,
beginning.
band meetings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's something we all really connected on.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I tried to embrace that, but I was always a melee guy.
Yeah.
Or later, and 64 is really slow, like to
So
me.
true.
Yeah.
So you have to really anticipate every single thing in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just can't beat you guys.
There are little ways to help you speed up.
Yeah.
We should have Rachel on here
little-
sometime
little
to talk
tiny
about
things.
Smash
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool. I would
and disc golf. She's been winning some awards.
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah,
Disc golf sounds fun.
Yeah.
But dude, it's crazy. Sorry I cut you off,
no,
but
you're fine.
dude, you got to know each thing, like study each guy's inputs and how many frames you have. And she was explaining to me, and she was like, "This is how you can beat those guys if you do this every day for like 20 minutes." I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Well, there was like there was basically this like renaissance at my house of Smash Brothers because like I had Smash Brothers and an N64.
What recently?
No.
Back then.
Back then, yeah,
Got you.
And this is actually pre-Mandy. This is before I even met Mandy.
Whoa.
Where there was a bunch of friends, and I was good enough at Smash Brothers that I, through playing with a friend of mine, that I basically made them better by playing against me.
Right, right.
Because I was that much better than them. And
Yeah.
then, like,
Yeah.
they also, like, Ret's Pikachu. Like, you've played Ret's
Oh, yeah.
Pikachu, and you know, Ret's Pikachu is ungodly. Like, it is
Absolutely.
insane.
That's a good band name.
Ret's Pikachu.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
actually a pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was insane, ungodly. Like,
Somebody take it.
So good.
What was the other one? Oh, fucking the fucking butthole one.
Today?
Yeah. Oh, well, I will.
There was a butthole one?
Yeah, there was.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I forget. It was
I don't
something about a
remember that.
prolapse. The sphincter, heart sphincter, or something. I don't
Heart
know.
sphincter.
Heart sphincter.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm never going to forget that, by the way.
Heart sphincter. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Pretty good.
I'll probably roast you for having a heart sphincter down the road.
It's probably gonna be something.
Like
you
if somebody gets in a tizzy, be like, "Oh, you got all your heart sphincters all prolapsed or
do.
something."
When somebody hurts your feelings.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Dude, my heart sphincters are in prolapse, bro. You're breaking my heart,
That's
bro.
good shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got the Smash Renaissance.
Yeah,
You're
Smash
crushing
Renaissance.
it. You're teaching
Yep.
friends.
Yep. And Mandy like came into my life like late to probably mid Smash Renaissance, and like she came when like everybody was like really fucking good and playing like
Oh,
we were
yeah.
playing hours a day, like
So she
for-
was thrown into it.
Yeah, and like I was probably the best I'll ever be in that time frame, and
on.
she just Kirby'd me, dude, and fucking
Oh,
wrecked
Kirby
me,
on
dude.
the edge like that.
She's
Yeah.
insane.
You just
Yeah.
Insane,
bro.
dominate the edge. You say
Yeah.
this is my edge.
Yep.
And you're fucked.
Well, and I did like
Rachel Kirby's too.
I did like because normally when I first played
That'd
somebody,
be awesome to see them play.
I would test their abilities because I don't want it to not be fun for people.
She's still real good.
Mandy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'd have to like warm up and stuff.
Sure,
but,
sure.
But after like a game or
Oh my
two,
God, she'd probably crush.
yeah, she'd just
Yeah.
be winning.
Yeah.
I
she
was gonna
would win
say
a
that'd be a
lot.
fun thing to do sometime.
Yeah.
If you want to come over, bring her over.
But I'm
Get involved.
definitely super annoying. And that she gets super mad at me. We've called each other plenty of colorful language.
Does
over
Danica
that
play
game.
video games?
No, not at all. No video games, no TV.
Oh yeah, I know
didn't
that
really
about
grow
her
up
about
with-
movies and stuff.
Yeah,
has no
'cause
concept.
she is like really, really likes vintage things.
Hmm.
That runs pretty deep.
yeah.
Yeah, so like we have a TV in our house, but she wants to cover it. And
Right,
the only
right.
reason the TV's there is because of me.
But you
So-
play video games, and she's fine
yeah,
with
I do,
when
I
you
do.
play it.
Yeah, and I N64 is like my main console
Nice.
because
Oh yeah,
that's
you
what I
got
started.
the Ocarina of Time, the
Yeah.
the Master Quest. Did you beat
Oh
that?
yeah, I did beat the Master Quest.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's
that-
a whole separate cartridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't. It wasn't too hard, honestly. I think I only died like once or twice, which I was hoping I kind of would die a little more.
Yeah, that was not too much. at all.
Yeah, but then I got another one, which I forget the name of it now off the top of my head. Oh, Dawn and Dusk. That one's fucking hard.
That's a
way
64
harder.
game. Oh, that's
Another,
Zelda.
Yeah,
Got you.
another Zelda game. But yeah.
You guys know that there is a sequel to Breath of the Wild coming out.
Yeah.
When's that coming out?
It's projected to come out, I think, sometime in
Feb?
May.
Okay, May.
Yeah.
Right on.
Sometime in May.
Yeah. As far as open world games, like in a post Elden Ring Zelda, I'd be really interested to see if they take anything from that. Because have you played Elden Ring yet?
No, I haven't played
You
that.
have though.
Yeah, I haven't beaten it, but
But the
I played it a
open
lot.
worldness of that, I feel like is better than for my money than Breath of the
Breath
Wild.
of the Wild. Yeah.
But if they could somehow, I guess maybe it's just Nintendo.
Is that might be a stupid question? Is that Skyrim?
no, it's
No.
Dark Souls.
Dark
Oh,
Souls.
I mean, yeah, Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Dark Souls.
Okay,
yeah.
that is what I thought it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
The thing for me too is like that was one of the first comparisons I made when I started playing it, because I'm not a Dark Souls fan,
Yeah.
and so like when I
It felt
started
like Zelda.
what
It felt like Zelda to you.
yeah, I felt like I was
Man.
playing Ocarina of Time because of how it was like structured
Yeah.
and how you interact with the world and the story.
So
is-
which one is that specifically?
that's the newest one, Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
That one felt like Zelda to you?
Yeah,
Dude, it's
honestly.
what to me Elden Ring
Is it on
feels
Switch?
like
No.
no.
No,
It feels like
That's
what
an Xbox
Zelda.
one.
It feels like what Zelda
PlayStation.
should be. So like imagine
Or
in
PC. Sad face.
Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
if you like encountered
understand.
dungeons that
Yeah.
had like full sprawling dungeons, traps,
Yeah.
and like shit.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about Elden
I love
Ring
that
is the
shit.
world is accessible immediately, and you'll get to like areas that are hidden that you shouldn't be in, like hidden things and things that are you're under leveled for.
Right.
So then
That's the kind of world everybody wants.
yes.
Right.
Yeah,
So it really
Breath of the
feels
Wild
like
is
that.
not like that.
It's not like that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then they
And
definitely
then
That
there's no
always bugged
dungeons.
me a
There's
little
like
bit.
little puzzles every here and there.
Absolutely.
So for the real, I mean, and then there's no durability, but you can still craft and stuff like that.
Cool.
But really, you're like finding weapons and you more crafting like food and arrows and like
Yeah.
like things like that.
That sounds sweet.
well, yeah,
The
there
rings is real good.
there's definitely like the added concept of I would say like number crunching and like damage exploitation, sort of like trying to like make sure that you have points allocated in a certain way to maximize damage that you definitely are gonna have to like do in the game as well, which
Yeah,
is
but
not as
it's
much of a Zelda thing.
So
you
it's
know?
more calculated.
It's more like an RPG.
Yeah.
Where you level
Yeah.
up and then
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you like can get more strength so that you'll do more damage.
Totally.
yeah, or more dexterity.
Depending on
or
what kind of
whatever.
like you can be a wizard or
Yeah.
like depending on what you do.
What
but
attributes you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, and it's cool because they do like damage scaling for the weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll have like a different grade of scaling for the different attributes, and if
Cool.
something has like a high grade in scaling and you have a high amount of points
Yeah.
in that,
it's even more.
yeah, it like
It's
yeah.
exponentially.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that sounds sick as fuck.
yeah, it's cool.
It's really good.
So when
It's
you find
really
something that-
immersive.
Yeah.
And yeah, you like
Too bad I won't get to play it.
well, you don't have you probably don't have a PC that can run it
Yeah,
And
probably not.
or a PlayStation 4.
And the
I will
PvP
get a
is fun.
PlayStation 4 one of these fucking days.
You should.
I'm a PlayStation fan.
Honestly, they're
I grew up
probably going to be
I think that's the other console that
oh.
I really was into was PlayStation 1 and 2,
yeah.
other than N64. Played a lot of PS2 games. Fuck ton.
Yeah, that was the time, man.
Yeah.
So I had a GameCube then. I didn't have a PS2. That was back when you had to have one
It's
system.
so weird I didn't do Nintendo that much
Right.
after N64,
Yeah.
even though I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, you should play Wind Waker. Did I loan you my GameCube?
Yeah, you let me so much shit.
I know, but if I didn't lend you my GameCube
I don't
with Wind
think so.
Waker, then I should.
No, but you've told me to play Wind Waker a bunch of times.
yeah, but I should just lend you my GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd be into it, man. Fuck yeah.
and the
But just let me wait until I'm ready to get, play.
yeah,
a
you
game.
need to let
It's
me
like reading
know
a
when
book
you're-
for
when
me.
you- Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It'll just sit there.
I only play a few games a year, but
Yeah, like games like that.
Like
what about
exactly.
like quick pick up and play games? Do you
No,
play
not-
many of those games?
No, I don't really, honestly.
you just your quest games.
Yeah.
yeah.
And like now, if I'm playing, now I'm just between like sounds crazy, but between poker, which is also a game,
Yeah.
it's just like to me, it's almost a more engaging game.
It's
So
poker.
I end up playing Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, if there was a version of a video game that I could play and make money,
Yeah.
that had like hundreds of years of
Yeah.
like complexity. Like,
Yeah.
I guess chess is like that too.
Yeah,
but,
chess-
exactly. It's like
is
chess.
that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
the barrier for entry for like
Right.
making money on chess is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how you
Yeah.
work that out.
Yeah, you gotta at least be.
Yeah.
Wow, you gotta be pretty good.
So I wager small amounts of money, small stakes, and yeah, it's hard for me to find something other than music
That's engaging in
That's
that way.
engaging. Yeah, and a lot of times I'll play and poker and play guitar at the same time. Like
That's
I do
funny.
that a lot.
That's really funny.
a lot. So I play guitar like way too fucking much.
I don't know about that being
This is
a
not true.
guitarist.
It's not too much.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
There's not.
If I could take it everywhere, I would.
It was like a Instagram or a TikTok thing of John Mayer, and he
Yeah.
was going on Spotify where they have like generic blues music, like
Yeah.
backing tracks.
I
and
saw
he was
that,
just
I
making
think.
videos of him just like jamming,
Yeah.
like soloing over top of like generic Spotify blues.
Yep.
He's like, "Yep, this is what I do in my spare time."
Yes.
Go figure. I sit and play guitar.
Exactly. People ask me that, like, so what do you do when you're not playing music? Before Texas Hold'em, it was hard for me to come up with something.
Yeah,
Honestly, even though I've been playing that since I was 12, I kind of lost it for a while.
it's got to be different for you though, Alex, because you
Yeah,
can't just
exactly.
pick up from the couch your drum set.
Nope. Wish
Right.
I could. Wish I could.
Yeah,
Man, I feel for y'all.
Yeah, and most
y'all drummers.
and most like most things are just simulations of it
Yeah.
that I could do from
Right.
my couch. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Not
to
as
be fair,
gratifying.
like playing like an acoustic or playing my bass is not the same as like being rigged up.
Yeah.
It's different. So it's you have to shed if you want to play drums. You have to go out and play drums.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
can't like you can hit things with sticks and go and work out rhythms and
Yeah.
sit to a metronome. You could do workshopping, but as far as like playing.
It's so
Whereas
true.
I feel like for guitar, you're already playing.
Yeah,
You
I
pick
mean,
it up. It's
I
there.
could even pick it up. I could say strum heavy on an electric guitar unplugged at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and still work out an entire song and,
Absolutely.
and play it with the same intensity I would for a show.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, pre recovery from the surgery, I was playing guitar more than I play drums.
Yeah.
that's so true.
I play guitar more than I play bass. No
Yeah.
doubt. Because
Yeah.
it's,
I don't blame y'all.
I mean, it's easier to work out full ideas on the guitar.
Yep.
But I have found though, when I play bass, like it's almost easier to come up with riffs on the bass.
Yeah.
Because it's literally that like one finger
Right.
guitar riff and shit.
That makes sense.
It's literally
chords.
only that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only just the little riff of it. You know?
Totally. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I
But-
never write from that place, almost ever. Like
Yeah.
from a bass line first.
Or just like a one finger lick, you know?
Yeah.
But that is what the bass is.
Like I wonder if The Less I Know the Better by Tame Impala started with the bass line. Good.
I bet it did.
Wah, wah. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, that had to start with the bass line because it's so hooky.
Yeah. Well, that happens with us sometimes where, I mean, like the upswing didn't start with the bass,
No, it didn't.
but it does like revolve around that that lick. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And the lick of the chorus is like the
you might
root
be
of the
deceived into
bass.
thinking that.
Bing, bing, bing. It's like, you know, I don't know. So it does all those things.
Once again, the riffing. We do that a lot though.
it's important.
We link up and riff together.
That's always been the way though. Like,
well, all three of us technically.
but even like Medusa's Disco, like that is like even back in the 4-piece days,
yeah.
like there'd be a lot of linking up between the bass and you specifically.
Absolutely. Yeah, I always did that almost without even thinking about it. Now that I look back, I'm like, oh yeah, I did always want to do that.
Even in
With all the
like
basses.
with the 4-piece, there wouldn't be a second guitar there. It would just be solo singer and then the linking up of the 3 instruments.
Absolutely, you're so,
So
right.
it's like, wow, that's baked in sort of.
Yeah, it really is.
You look at like that one part in like Painters Painting Paintings. That
Yep.
Dent. Dent.
Oh, yeah.
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 Like we do that together, but like that's not,
Gent.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's just solid 3-piece groove. If you
Yeah.
really break it down.
It's so true. Yeah, it really. It's not a crazy of a transition to the 3-piece that we are now. We were a 4-piece for how long, guys? 10 years, and then now we're a 3-piece for how long? 2,
It's almost been 2 years.
Yeah.
It'll be in January, 2 years.
which feels crazy.
And in March, it'll be 4 years that I've been with the band.
Yeah.
So it soon will be 5. And then it makes me think, like, how long was Ty with the band? Like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So
I think 4.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even think it was 5.
Well,
Maybe
it was like
5.
what, 2012 to 2017, right? That's 5.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 5.
that sounds about right.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
sounds about
My
right.
brain
'Cause-
wants to say 4, but
well,
it's probably 5.
and each person after Tyler was only in the band for about a year.
Yeah. You know what's crazy to think
So true.
though? Jay was only in the band for a year, and how much really like
Occurred in that time.
how much occurred in that time, and how much like he was like sort of like responsible for like the Orphic stuff, you know, like
Yeah.
the Painter's riff, and
Absolutely.
like and just like
the Rusty Moon bass line.
the Rusty Moon bass line,
oh,
the
hell
the
yeah.
hats. There was
Yep.
just a lot of like exploration with like personalities and like
the shit we
there was
wore.
like you guys went through like 2 or 3 logos in that like year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's so true. And
Yeah.
we also did the majority of our touring.
Yeah.
then.
In the J time.
In the J time.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
toured like crazy in the
Yeah.
J.
Shout out to Crystal and Jay, Shearer,
Yeah.
Peace of Mind Cafe.
Peace of Mind Cafe.
We'll definitely talk a lot about the South by
In
trip,
Millersburg.
going down to Texas. I'm sure in the future episodes there'll be
Oh yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
there's
the
so
touring
much stuff
shit.
to talk about
Oh my
touring.
God.
Yeah.
Because after all, we are a band,
Yeah.
so the band stuff's gonna come up. We'll talk about music and stuff we like. But
Yeah.
but man, this has just been a good introduction to I think what people can expect from the podcast, the kind of
Yeah.
people we are,
Totally.
kind of stuff we talk about.
Correct.
But
How long do you think it's been?
I don't know. How long do you think it's been?
I didn't
I'd
check
I'd
what
say
time
probably
we started.
I'd say probably half an hour to an hour.
I want to
would be
say
my
it's been
guess.
like half an hour.
Yeah, I'd say it'd probably been about a half hour.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a little longer though, because it feels like
Well, times.
because time flies when you're having
Time
fun.
flies in
Yeah.
the van when
When
you got
you're
van brain, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
dude.
so true.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
We
the
run
Van Brain
on it.
podcast. We are Medusa's Disco.
Medusa's
we got
Disco.
a Patreon. So if you want to get the full episodes, you can go to our Patreon. We're gonna have the link down here. You can click on it, and it's like it's super cheap. What is it, like $5? No, $1. You can pay more if you want, but it's
Yeah,
just a
one-
buck gets you
$1.
access early singles. Anything we release, you get a week early, and full access to the podcast. Months before the full podcast will go on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Van Brain. We're all
Van
silly.
Van Brain.
That's what it is, and we'll see you next time, guys.
All
Woo,
right.
peace. Did it not get the video?